I'm Natasha and I'm a speech and language therapist, paediatrics, so I work primarily with children. I'm trained to work with adults as well, and I mainly tend to work in mainstream schools, some special schools. That's professionally about me, I guess. I heard about them, to be honest, it was just a generic internet search. I was previously at another agency and looking for new work, so yeah, it was an internet search. I had previously worked with one of the recruitment consultants who I already had faith in, and he knew exactly sort of what I was looking for and sort of my work requirements, if you like, but also just generally how professional your world seemed to look in comparison to some of the other agencies. Even if you just look at, for example, the website, it looks very professional, it's very vibrant, and it's really well signposted to the different things that you might want to look at. Yeah, just an all-round good experience from the word go, I guess. It has been really positive, actually. I mean, I've been with Your World for a year now, and hopefully will continue to work under Your World. I genuinely haven't got anything negative to say, really. I think that the contact between myself and either a recruitment consultant or compliance team has always been really consistent. I've never had to particularly do any chasing. It's been quite easy, and in fact my particular recruitment consultant contacts me on a regular basis just to make sure I'm still happy and okay with where I am and the role that I'm in, and if there's sort of any other questions or anything. So my experience has been really good, yeah, always paid on time, so everything, all the tick boxes are met, really. Definitely more professional. I would say the communication is key. Previous agencies, the communication has been really poor as soon as you've been kind of appointed to a role. Some, unfortunately, have kind of seen, oh, their job's done, you're in the job, and that's it. Whereas I do feel that at Your World, even if it's a longer sort of contract, 6-month contract, my recruitment consultant in particular, I'm sure it's the same with all of them here, but does regularly still contact, whether that be via email or on the phone. And it's not a nuisance, it's not an everyday occurrence or anything, but it's just a touch base, I guess. So it's definitely, the communication for me has been the biggest thing that has been a difference between here and other recruitment agencies, definitely. I'd probably use the word holistic, because they do look at everything. They look at the person as a whole and not just placing you in a job. They make sure that you are happy and that you're the right person for the job, equally for, I guess, the employer, so the NHS or the school, the local authority. So I'd say, yeah, holistic is a good word. I would definitely recommend Your World to other healthcare professionals, and I would tell them that it's great communication. I would tell them that being placed in a job is quite easy, stress-free. You kind of don't have to do a great deal apart from sort of providing all of the necessary information, and it's just consistent. Everything about Your World is really consistent, and I think that, again, compared to other agencies perhaps, I think the compliance side is far better as well. You do have to jump through all the hoops, which I think is a good thing. You do have to make sure all of your training is up to date, which both professionally for yourself and who you're working for is a real positive and a must, really. So yeah, another positive for them. Yes, I would, and I have recently, actually. So a job that I had been asked to do permanently, not through Your World, I just didn't feel was the job for me, not because it was a bad job, but it just wasn't the job that I was particularly interested in. So I recommended that they contacted Your World and recommended obviously the recruitment consultants that I particularly work with, but for the reasons that they would find the right person for the job, and it wouldn't just be a case of sticking anybody in there just because it was an empty role, and that they would find the right person for the job that met the school's requirements as well as the therapist requirements. It was really good actually. It was nice to be able to come to quite a central place for the training. It was nice that they were quite small, intimate groups. There weren't too many people there. So when it is a practical task, you're not waiting for endless amounts of time and wasting that period of time watching other people do it or waiting for your turn. So it's quite nice in terms of the time span of the training courses as well, because they don't feel like they drag on, but they cover what is needed to be covered. And the trainers were quite extensive with their knowledge and gave great advice and feedback alongside the manual parts of the training, which was really handy. And also they could be quite light-hearted and fun as well, so it wasn't all kind of worksheets and tests and things, which was quite nice. Yes, definitely. I mean, I think for a lot of colleagues that I've had in the past who do work through the NHS, they have to do their particular modules and mandatory training, but I've got, again, lots of friends that are in private sectors, and perhaps experiences of training aren't as positive as mine, and they can often be days upon days, and often a lot of sitting around and waiting, so I'd definitely recommend, yeah.